Alright, here's the aquaponic greenhouse. We're getting ready to take a look inside and see what we have. Over here on the plant shelf we have some seedlings that we started. We're using rock wool grow cubes. Spun volcanic rock. It's spun like cotton candy and made into little cubes with a hole in it. You just put the seed in, soak them in water, and they sprout really good. That's triple crop Italian tree tomatoes. Here's some more of those here on the front. Back in the back we got eggplant and peppers, and cucumber back there. Going in our new Dutch bucket system. We haven't built it yet. We're working on it now. Here is a sucker that I took off in the fall out of the garden when my ghost pepper plant started to frost. I took a cutting off of it, stuck it down in these clay hydroton in the flood and drain system, and it rooted, and as you can see it took off, and there's a lot of peppers all over this thing. There's probably 100 peppers on this one plant. It's going all the way up and touching the ceiling of the greenhouse. Back behind that ghost pepper is the nutrient film strawberry system. They're starting to wake up and do nicely, getting a lot of new growth. A lot of the old growth from this winter is still in there, needs to be cut off. That system empties out through that standpipe, sets the water level about an inch deep inside of the strawberry nutrient film system, and it goes down into our floating raft system. Here we've got a bunch of tomato plant suckers that we cut off and put them down in the water to root them so we can put those out in the garden. We have lettuce growing in here. That is romaine lettuce. I just pulled out all the butter crunch lettuce. It was getting ready to go to seed, so we took it all out and started new seed, and it's still very small. It hasn't really come up much yet. It's only just starting to sprout. We've got lemon balm back in the back corner, another small tomato plant back there, and up here in the front we've got a little lemon balm and a couple chives, I think, in here. The bottom of this toad is a fish tank, and the fish make the waste in the water, and bacteria break down that waste, make it into a form of nitrogen that the plants can use for food. And as you can see, this tomato plant we have right up here in the front of this floating raft grow bed has got some rather large tomatoes on it already. This is the end of May, and we have tomatoes that are well over a pound here on the top, and then we have down on the bottom some of the first growth. We have a tomato on here that guy is probably over 2 pounds already. He's pretty large, and we're hoping he'll get up to maybe 3 or 4 pounds. I believe that it is a mortgage lifter, but it could also be a big Zach variety that I took out of the garden in the fall. Took a cutting, put it in this system, and it rooted, and it's really taken off rather nicely. Over here in the corner we have our separation tank, and basically it is an old hog feeder. I put a drain line on the bottom of it. We can get fertilizer out of that for house plants and for the garden, and the water comes in and it slowly rotates through that rotating force. Centrifugal force causes solids to migrate to the center and down to the bottom of the cone where they're trapped, and then we take the clean water off of the surface and pump it back over through this black line. We pump it over through this black line, and it goes all the way through the greenhouse and pumps all the way back into the nutrient film system for the strawberries. It comes out of there and goes across and dumps into the grow bed, overflows from the floating raft grow bed right back into the bottom, right back into the fish tank. So that one little 15-watt pump circulates all the water and waters everything in the whole greenhouse. It creates its own oxygen by drop. There's a 1.5 foot drop down to the floating raft system and about a 6-inch drop back down into the fish tank, creating enough aeration for the fish and enough aeration to keep this grow bed aerated so the plants will grow well. Well, that's about it. That's the whole greenhouse right now. Here's the sump that we're putting in for this bucket system. Here's one of the buckets that we made up for the Dutch bucket system. It is a 5-gallon bucket with a grommet about 2 inches from the bottom on the side, has 1/2-inch PVC, an elbow on the inside and an elbow on the outside, go into a drain that will drain into that 1.5-inch line that will then drain back from all the buckets back into the sump. Inside that bucket we just placed a paint strainer bag for a 5-gallon bucket, and that keeps the media inside the bucket, and so it doesn't get down through the drain and go into and mess up our pump in the sump tank. Right now in there I have an English variety greenhouse cucumber. It's growing in perlite. It's extra large perlite. We like to use the big chunky stuff. It works out pretty good for us. So that's about the end of our system. We have a couple elephant ears in here getting started. There's a large seed to an elephant ear. It's just starting right now. And we have our pineapple back in the back, and that guy is about 2 years old now. He's got a little baby pineapple on there. So that's about it. That's Rod with Brandon's Fish Farm, and we're signing off. God bless you, and Lord willing, we'll see you next time.